the Norm Beachy tribute Monaro.
So we've got Ian and Elaine from Picton listening in. Hope you're going to enjoy the Mobile One Mainland muscle cars about to start, Ian and Elaine.
And that number 27, that Piranha Capri, we're talking about that the first time we've seen that was very impressive, that car. And that's Dan Barlow.
Remember, yeah, Dan Barlow won a reverse grid race here a couple of years ago and just about
had the whole crowd up on its feet
and just about dropped his arm off, waving it so hard out the window when he did his victory lap.
So it looks like we've got the fast guys coming down the pit lane here. They're going to start from pit lane, obviously going to drop a lap in a bit. So they'll got them in the pit lane here just to keep them out of the way.
Oh, listen to that. You want to bottle that and sell it? Greta Thunberg? Yeah. All right, we're getting ready.
Car 71, a 071 I should say, Dave King.
Yes, there is a 71 and a 071.
It's a bit of a shame the 17 wasn't on that Mustang.
It's probably already taken by another tribute car in the field somewhere.
No, he's underway. Got the wheels spinning there. Sounds pretty good, getting off the line.
Got that big 202 with the triples on it, humming away.
And he'll get quite a bit of a head start, I would imagine, before they release the next three cars.
Good that the Tinley cars both are out there, the two Monaros back on track.
Yeah, Barry Morgan's there as well on the 55 Mustang. So they're underway, the next lot of guys. Ryan Tinley, Greg Cuttance, and Barry Morgan. And we go back to the next slot, car number 177. That's the car that was having a bit of trouble in qualifying this morning. Ross Wild from Westport, the VL Commodore. He's away. Along beside him, Dan Barlow and that Piranha Capri. And the next lot are underway. Not much of a
good start from car 13 of Grant Sisson.
He threaded the needle there between the big Plymouth Belvedere and Bruce Tinley in the 29 car. Steve McLaughlin, car number 69, Mike Small, Rod Haven, the next guys to get underway. And we've got the fast guys just sitting down here in pit lane as Dave King just comes through the kink to reel off lap number 1 in the Northcote Garage Tirana. So he goes through, and now they're going to release the quicker guys. Away they go. Hepburn, 68 there of Parker, and then in behind him Craig Gilbert. So Craig Gilbert's got the rear start as the Tirana gets out of the way nice and early down the back straight. Lets the three quick guys unlap themselves, and away he goes again. Does he realise he's still out in the lead of the race?
Well, actually the 71 car isn't going as fast as I think it should.
No, I think he's slowed down a bit, wondering what the hell's going on, when in fact he's leader of the race. But no, he's coming into the short circuit.
Oh, that's very unfortunate for Dave King to have a DNF.
It is. That means that Ryan Tinley is our race leader at the moment, car number 4, the Pete Gogan replica car. And behind him it's Barry Morgan in the Mustang. So these guys got a bit of catching up to do. Where's Craig Gilbert? Here he is with the rest of them. Hepburn, Parker, and then Gilbert. They've got a lot of work to do from back there as the leader's just coming out of the hairpin. Ryan Tinley, car number 4. That's what the handicap races are all about, giving the other guys a chance. Must be a bit of cement dust there through the left-handed sweep as it gets kicked up, and Tinley comes through the kink down onto the front straight. Reel off another one.
So he's half a second ahead of Barry Morgan. Greg Cutton's in third in the 71 Palmer Tube Mills car. It's the Piranha.
Be a good race for Barlow to win, actually, car 27.
Well, he was a reverse grid last time that Dan Barlow took his win in. It'll be just whether the faster cars at the back of the field can make their way through successfully.
That's it. Rod Hayman's managed to get through on Mike Small in the Pontiac Firebird. Rod's had a lot of development done on the car this year. With, obviously got the motor sorted out now. They want to get the handling sorted out a bit. He reckons it's going real good.
So fastest lap, not surprisingly, Craig Gilbert, a 105.7 that time. Chasing James Parker and Johnny Hepburn.
Yeah, they're all just working together at the moment just to try and catch up to the rest of the field.
We've had a leader change. It's now Barry Morgan, car 55, leading Ryan Tinley and Greg Cuttance.
He's managed to get through in the big Mustang, down through the kink, reel off one more. So it looks like 5 laps to go. So still a lot of work for these guys further back to do. Here comes Barlow through the kink.
Get that Piranha going, Dan.
Sounds pretty good. We've got Jason Galbraith and Grant Sisson both having a bit of a battle there. And it's good to see Bruce Tinley got the number 29 car up to speed. The newer of the two Monaros. Car 32, Mark Jenner and the SS Tirana. The red car, a bit of a battle with Ross Wild. And then the fast guys just starting to catch. Steve McLaughlin in the 69 Mustang. Rod Heyman. McLaughlin goes through on Ross Wild.
So the fastest lap that time round was James Parker. He was a wee bit quicker than Craig Gilbert. Well, Craig's lining up Johnny Hepburn knows. They go into John Jones. Gets the job done before he gets there.
Yeah, he's not mucking around, Craig Gilbert. As their race leader comes down through the kink onto the front straight. 4 laps to go for Barry Morgan.
So 37 seconds Craig Gilbert was behind the leader on that last lap. So let's see what the gap's down to this time.
I don't think he's going to have enough laps to get the job done. Mike Small going through on Ross Wild too, down in the braking zone into Par and Co.
And I must say, Paul Clark's actually also doing a good job at getting through the field, putting down some good times. He's 21 seconds back from the leader. So 30 seconds now for Craig Gilbert to the leader, which is Barry Morgan in the 55 Mustang.
Just had a comment from Martin Lancashire. How you going, Martin? Plymouth is awesome. I agree with you. Pretty awesome sounding piece of kit.
Former Pre-65 car that's moved into the Mainland muscle car field.
That's right, started its life out in the Pre-65s as the leaders come through the left-handed sweeper. Still Barry Morgan in the 55 car. Be 3 laps to go this time for him. Starting to put a bit of air in between himself and Ryan Tinley in the number 4 car. I'd be interested to know is how far behind the leader is Dan Barlow. 5 seconds. With 3 laps to go. I'd be putting my money on car number 27 if I was a betting man. Shout out also to Hayden Spencer.
Well, Craig Gilbert goes to the inside to have a wee look on James Parker, but doesn't go through. James Parker, fastest lap that time of the race, a 105.6.
So they're getting quicker.
Also a 105.6 for Craig Gilbert, 105.7 for Johnny Hepburn.
Long way off the track record for Mainland muscle cars. Craig Gilbert a 103.5.
Well, Craig Gilbert has a look at the inside of James Parker. Still tucks in behind as they go through John Jones Steel.
Yes, he's not really...
Not close enough that time.
Well,
as our leader, car 55, comes out of the hairpin.
It's the line. You want to be at the end of the back straight. You want to be out wide to get a good run down the straight. Here comes Barry Morgan again. Still doing a good job, but the Piranha's getting slowly closer and closer with a couple of laps left. Down to 2.5 seconds now from first to third. Dan Barlow, I reckon it's looking pretty good for the
Piranha, though.
Yeah.
Jason Galbraith sort of hanging on the back of Dan as well.
Yeah, Dan has go up the inside and Tinley gets through up to second place. Let's see what the speed difference is like between the Piranha and the Plymouth. As they big blow up. Big blow up for Jason Galbraith in the Plymouth. Just put the mockers on it, boom, for up it went. And that's a blow up like the old days, Brendan. Should be pretty smoky inside that car at the moment, I would imagine.
Yeah, I don't think a can of Winsfoil is going to fix that one.
And we may see a safety car come out there. He can't sort of see where he is. He's just about come back onto the track. But it's full of smoke. Bad luck for Jason Galbraith in that Plymouth. We're just giving him a shout out. As the leader comes around, Barry Morgan it is, and the Piranha stuck right in behind him. It should just about be the last lap board this time.
It is the last lap board.
Last lap board for Barry Morgan. Let's see what he can do.
Dan Barlow, Grant Sisson.
Yes, Grant Sisson's in with a chance too. Let's see what happens through Castro. It's Barry Morgan. We've got the Piranha tucked in the back. Sisson trying to have a look around the outside as they head down the back straight for the last time.
Johnny Hepburn's got through, Greg Kilbert.
Not too far back though.
Oh, Grant Sisson's got the legs down the back straight on Dan Barlow.
Maybe, but Barlow's got that outside line. But it looks like Sisson's got the job done, but Barry Morgan's still hanging on. Be making, he's gone up the inside.
And Dan Barlow went through the inside
He
just
left
as
the
they
door
went out of
open.
sight.
Barry Morgan, he had it under control and then he's let them through. And we've got another car stopping, which is Ryan Tinley. So 3 cars stopped up there on the old section of the short track. As Sisson comes into the hairpin, first time being the leader. It's going to be a good race win for him, Grant Sisson. Here he goes down through the kink. The checkered flag is out. Going to take the race win, Grant Sisson. Great drive from him. Good drive from Dan Barlow as well. Then it's Morgan. And Tinley has a dive right at the line, but finishes 4th. And it's back to McLaughlin, Heyman, and then that American muscle Mustang, car number 321.
Craig Buchanan.
Craig Buchanan it is. He comes through in 7th. So great stuff there. Obviously had too much work to do for Craig Gilbert and co. Down towards the back, they just had too much to try and catch up, and only having 8 laps to do it. So Craig Gilbert in the end going to be finishing down there at 9th. John Hepburn 10th.
Reverse group handicap. Mobile One Mainland muscle cars. That was worth the price of entry, wasn't it?
Always mixes it up, and another couple of laps, she would have been interesting. But that's what it's all about, and Grant Sisson takes the race win this time. We sort of did have the money on the 27 car of Dan Barlow for a start, but I'll be singing for me supper tonight, Brendan, that's for real.
That's right. So now we have a reverse grid split field for the Oscar class as well. Kumo Oscar Super Saloons. So we've got Daniel Hurst, Evan Munt, Shannon Booth, Michael Yelworth, John Lang, Simon Wheeler, Will Kitching and Dean Cook off on a scratch handicap.